Hey guys, it's a banner day for news about the Iraqi dinar. This is the fastest summary on the net. I'm going to try to do this summary. There were a record 31 articles this morning that I went through, and I'm trying to rest today for the most part, but I will be live at 2 to answer any of your questions about this or any of the articles. The articles started exactly the 1 hour mark on my live stream. I didn't do all the detailed timestamps because I'm supposed to rest. I did not look at emails today. I'm not looking at emails today. It's the only way I can rest, but it's a rainy, dreary day, so I will be live at 2 to free Q&A questions about the Iraqi dinar, the digital dinar that's in 2 of the banks in Iraq, the fact that they're on a holiday now and paying people more that use their cards. They're getting better purchasing power. If you have any questions about that or about steps to a safe exchange or what God has revealed to me, please get on our free live at 2 p.m. Eastern time today. Also, if you want to celebrate, if you don't mind having a cocktail or smoking or whatever you do to celebrate, we're celebrating at 5 as if we believe this is already done, and also celebrating just being alive to see this happen, because it is happening. There's so much going on. Like I said, 31 articles. And so where do I start? Well, this morning I started at the bottom of the latest things, which Iraq is wary as Iran retreats after war scare. There's a tentative peace talk, as we know, between Iran and Israel. Iraq has seen some things go, some things fall out of the sky, but they're not involved. They've stayed out of it. The air defense deals imminently with the U.S., France, and South Korea. They're trying to build up a better air defense system. And God had told me to pray golden domes over you, and then Trump mentioned to go golden dome, so I think that's what they're eventually going to end up with. So every country sovereignty will be protected. Whatever your citizens want, whatever the leader recommends for their citizens will be protected within these golden domes, even though we're all going to be on, again, a different banking system, but it's going to be quantum, it's going to be digital, it's going to be run by AI. There's nothing to fear here. I think it's the safety and security that everybody's looking for. So I'm going to go to, then they had me go to the top. So then I went to the top. So the Muharram surge, it's a holiday, like a new year, and it lasts for 10 days. It's stirring the engine in Iraq. So everybody's prospering in certain areas where people are going to, it's a solemn, I don't know much about that holiday. If you do, you can comment down below. But I'm just saying it's a holiday now, and they're giving increased purchasing power, according to Jack in chat. He's in our chat every time. Jack in chat, they're getting increased purchasing power to use their cards, right? It's kind of like in America, sometimes you say if you pay cash, they'll give you a better rate. Over there, it's the opposite. They want them on the system. So then there was an article, Trump, I will strike Iran again if it resumes uranium enrichment. It's just an article. There's 31 of these. I'm going to try to go as quickly as possible. Iraq elections, Al-Zar coalition pulls out, backs state forces block. Guys, their elections are going to be biometric in nature, nothing to worry about there. Drone spark alarm, yeah, of course, they're going to get remnants of the stuff going across the skies. Jordan exports to Iraq, that was just something between Jordan and Iraq. And evidently, Jack, according to the military, Jordan helped Iraq with their new banking system. So they've been in there since the beginning. So that's why they're sending these articles. There was a foundation that rescued an ailing herbal citizen, gave him a brand new house. This foundation did. That was a nice human interest story. All those are in order, this order, underneath my live stream starting at 1 hour. You can just go and find them. Israeli forces stage new incursion near Damascus. They're watching them. If they keep up, they're just outside their fence line. It's near the fence, but they're right there at the fences. I showed the picture in my live stream. Then U.S. pledges $30 million for Gaza relief. I thought that was a great thing for them to do, because those are the people most harmed by the conflict, and then they caught Iraqi dinar smuggler. So it says Iraqi dollar smuggling turns regional. That was a funny, interesting article that they're getting caught, as always. And then there was full infrastructure rollout for new Al-Sidar project. They're creating a new efficient city for people with 24/7 electricity, all the amenities, what we would consider to be a smart city, right? That's happening. They talked about that. The article talked about it. Full infrastructure rollout for it. It's already rolling out. 62 million automotive service industrial complex completed in Dahuk. I showed you that too. $62 million facility is opened. Yeah, I showed you a picture of it. Iraq reopens airspace to international air traffic. We'll see, depending on, hopefully the peace holds. Inca signs $289 million power contract in Sulaymaniyah, a company called Inca. It's a power contract. It's all about, new energy and providing jobs. Al Fajir Group joins the IBBVC. That's the International Businesses Network, whatever. It's in Britain. They joined it. That's going to bring a lot of work. And then the only company we've heard of that is audited, all these countries that want to be in the new system have to be audited by K2 Integrity. That's just this you just have to believe me on that, because that's what I've been saying for 6 months. But this company, QI, which we believe is quantum intelligence, kind of like AI, but begins with a Q for quantum, because it's a quantum system, and K2 Integrity to elevate Iraq's financial standards. That new company is working with K2 Integrity. They're being audited because they're part of this financial system launching the new, which is going to have the new rates. That's where your wealth transfer is coming from. Don't fight the new system. Then there was a Nataj launches Nawat, Iraq's first VC studio. This is exciting. It's kind of like Shark Tank, but we don't know if they're going to do a boot camp for 40 companies, 40 upstarts, various categories, and see who's worthy of getting funding and linking them up with different VC companies. It's kind of interesting. And then UK trade with Iraq is up 3.9%. Why? Because Iraq has got their crap together. They've got business together. They've got plans. They've got infrastructure. It's all going on. Tender for IRAQI dinar cash distribution. I don't know what that meant. I had a question. I never got an answer, but. And then there was some funny videos to bring light to it. We're going to show at 2 o'clock. There was a camel spider. A comedian was talking about Jack has a pet camel spider, and it's had babies. And you just have to tune in at 2 to see that. We'll start out with that. So if you want to be there right at 2 or at 5. I'm going to show it both times. And then there was one with a gorilla. Have you ever seen those gorilla clips? That was pretty funny. They sent us that. And then there was a source, crashed Iranian drone found in Iraq's Kirkuk. Yep, of course, one is Iranian. Dollar prices drop in Baghdad and Erbil. That's what we want. Gold prices drop. They didn't drop that much, but they did drop, and people are shopping, so they'll probably sell a lot of gold, I'm just saying. Basra crude posts weekly gains. Yeah, everybody's gaining in oil right now. Jordan's exports to Iraq again. They talked about that. Petroleum products, a plan to increase LPG supply outlets. Those are gas stations across the nation. They're going to increase them. Minister of Electricity, the Shams Basra project is in line with that. Integrity Commission arrested employee for stealing textbooks that were supposed to be free, passed out to the students. I'm telling you, they're finding all the crooks. Be a good citizen. You won't have a problem with these new systems. Environment, a proposed project with the World Bank. The World Bank is funding even more. They found the rail station yesterday. Now they're funding 30 million. I think it was 30 million to address sewage and other things. I think it was to help the environment. I don't know. Guys, I did so many articles. How could I remember all these details? The Minister of Interior denies opening application. Yeah, there was somebody trying to scam the people saying the some police applications were open. They're not. That was a lie, so they came against that lie. The government effort team launches a new service project. There's a new service project, it seems like every day. Newsweek is stating Iran has taken preemptive measures to secure more enriched uranium. I don't know what's going on, but all we can do is pray for peace. Now we want to see what everybody else is saying. I had that pulled up. Where is it? Here we go. Good news on all the fronts of everybody else. 8 minutes in, 31 articles. How'd I do? Comment down below. How'd I do? Now we're going to the summaries of everybody else. This is Walking Stick. Iraqi bank friend Aki. 3 meetings. The last meeting lasted 2 hours. My boss tells me I need you back at the bank in Dearborn, Michigan this Monday because we are waiting on the new exchange rate. Boom! How do you like them apples? I have to go back because we're waiting for the new rate. Walking Stick, that is the only thing they're waiting for. They already got all the banking software in place, ATM machines, the bank structure, all the banking records are set. And if you need any evidence of that, just subscribe, tap the bell, and you can see all the details that I've been doing for years on my daily live streams at 9 a.m. Now, Frank 26 article, the recent decline in the spread between the official and parallel market exchange rates. We want to close that gap, and here they come out and tell the citizens, relax, it's working. We're getting the gap closed. What happens when they get it 1-to-1? It's in position to float. That is his opinion. What do you think? Comment down below. Mark Z, I have 2 bond contacts that I know personally, and others say that they've been issued traveling dollars. money to travel. They were told weeks ago to be prepared to travel as soon as they received those funds. They had been waiting for those funds and just received them. So for me, this is a good sign. One of those sources started traveling today to get to their exchange location. Mark Z was told that once the bonds are paid, we would be next. We've heard that over and over again from the people that have these pre-2011 contracts. We are not that group. We are different. We are free agents, and it's good to be a free agent because you can just go to a bank using my 3 steps. Pinned comment down below. Bruce, via Weisenhower, what we've heard from a different source, what we're getting from the Redemption Center leaders, over 8 redemption centers, he said that we could be notified over the weekend and maybe start Monday or Tuesday with exchanges. It's all good and we're there. We're really where we need to be. I'm agreeing with all of that, guys. It could happen anytime. But again, right now, what we're seeing in Iraq through the digital dinar in certain banks, only in certain banks, as far as we know, the citizens have not been notified that they're using these digital coins. Why would they? As long as they're getting them to turn in their paper, which they have. The larger denoms are coming out of their mattresses into the banks as they realize they have increased purchasing power. We have no idea what rate they're getting. We don't know. The interpreter that's supposed to be getting a housing loan was told he could go from buying a 2-bedroom house, 1 bath, to making a 3-bedroom house, 2 bath, 2-car garage home. We're waiting to get that appointment rescheduled. Guys, we're on the cusp of this. Keep praying and come to the 2 o'clock if you have any questions. Free Q&A session. I work harder than anybody else. I have 9,700 videos and climbing every day. I love you. Peace. Bye.